Now we go on to the second thing, which is interpretation. Next slide, please. There we go. Where we ask this question, what does it mean? What does it mean? And there's one key to interpretation. It's very simple. You have to ask questions of what you're reading. Lots of questions. And then do your best to find some answers to those questions. That's what you do when you practice interpretation. So let's practice with our kitten. Let's go back to our next picture. Let's go back to our bud. What questions would you want to ask coming on this scene right now? Why is there a gun? Is that really a human? Maybe it's a dog with a human hand thing, because dogs. What did the cat do? I would want to know that. Could the cat be playing? Or is the cat in peril? See, why is interpretation a necessary bridge between observation and application? Because it dictates what you do, doesn't it? If the cat's just playing, we go, hoo, hoo, hoo. If the cat's in trouble, we tackle the perpetrator. But you have to do your interpretation work properly. So, looking at Psalm 23, verse 1, what questions would you want to ask about just this verse? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I'm reading this and having my quiet time. I might say, that word Lord is interesting. I wonder what that really means to David. I dig around and I find out it's actually Yahweh, and that leads to some interesting insights. I want to know about a shepherd. What was a shepherd like? I don't know any shepherds in my life. And I don't want to assume that what I think of shepherds today is necessarily what David thought about shepherds. I want to know what were shepherds like 3,000 years ago when David wrote this. I don't want to apply my own experience onto the Bible. I want the Bible to speak to me. And I wonder, what does David mean when he says, I shall not want? What time in his life is this? Is this when he's still in his father's house, the run of the litter? Is this when he's on the run from King Saul? Is this later on when he's king? What is he talking about here? All good questions to ask. Now, where do you find answers to these questions? I want to give you just a couple quick tips that'll enrich your study. First is this. You need to get yourself a study Bible. And a study Bible is like that big kahuna I showed you before. And there are many good options, and I can give you advice on them, or you can talk to friends and do some internet research. A good study Bible will provide you with a library of resources right at your fingertips. It'll give you notes, study notes as you're reading, so if things are unusual, you can check them out. It'll give you maps. It'll give you wonderful tools, two of them called a concordance and cross-references. You fall in love with the Bible, my friends, you will become good friends. You will love concordances. You will love cross-referencing. Get yourself a study Bible. Or, and this is what's so cool about the time in which we live, you have an entire study Bible and more at your fingertips just a click away these days. We truly live in the best of times and the worst of times with digital technology. Here's one thing you can do. One of the Bible places I go to is BibleHub.com, and it has all these tools embedded into it.